should be my executor? Attorney Klenk discusses things to consider when choosing an executor.
Hi, Peter Klenk, Wills, Trust and Estates. It's all we do. Yeah, back again. If you've been watching my videos, I did make it out of Miami airport and finally got back to Philadelphia. It was a little over a day. But what are you going to do? Again, it was fine. It was fine. Now I'm at a yoga retreat for the weekend. Time to contemplate, sit back, relax, think about things, which leads into the thought that you need to take some time, contemplate, and think about who would be the executor for your estate. And that's what we're going to talk about today, is who would serve. Now, there's a lot of fiduciaries that you need to think about, and we'll talk about them at different times, such as your agent for your power of attorney, medical agent, making medical decisions, guardian perhaps for your children. But executor is a key decision to make, and you really want to think about it. Don't just pick the first person to come to mind, because having a good executor can make all the difference between having a nice, easy, boring, inexpensive probate and having an exciting probate that is what you really want to avoid. So what is the executor? Well, first, the executor is the person who executes your plan. The person who, when you pass, takes your death certificate, your will, and they present it to the county. Now, in Pennsylvania, that person they present it to is called the register. In other states, it's called the surrogate. But they serve the same purpose. The idea is that they're supposed to review the paperwork, make sure that the person really has passed. That's what the death certificate's for. They look at the will and make sure that the will is correct and was been signed and was done by the person who died. They look at the identification of the executor, the person who's filing the petition, and make sure they're the right person. They charge a fee. In most states, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, it's very low. Some states, New York and Florida, it's crazy expensive, but usually it's pretty low. And in exchange, they take the will and the death certificate. That's theirs for the rest of eternity. They put that into the system, and they give the executor the paperwork so that that person can go forth and prove that they represent the estate. They can execute the plan, gather the assets, secure the property, sell what needs to be sold, pay everybody that's supposed to be paid, and then distribute the assets according to the terms of the will. So what does this person need to be like? Well, they don't need to know how to do any of those things. So don't feel like you have to pick somebody who's done it before. All these things that can be done can be learned, or they do have the power as executor to hire a realtor to sell the house. They don't have to know how to sell the house. They can hire an accountant to do your taxes, probably your accountant that you use right now, so they don't know how to do the taxes. They can hire an attorney to help them with all the other paperwork, the petition, inheritance tax return, estate tax return, selling the house, the deed, all those things. So the key characteristic of the executor is the person who just can get things done. What you don't want is somebody who's going to put their head in the sand, right? Feel nervous about how to getting things done. They pause, they hesitate, they put it off, they kick the can down the road. That's a problem because you have beneficiaries waiting for this to get done. You have a tax man waiting to get done. You got kids waiting for their money. You have pets that need to go places, right? You have all these things that need to be done. The executor is the key linchpin to getting these things done. So you need somebody who's going to step in and handle things. And they don't have to do it the day after you died, but they need to get going, right? Nose to the grindstone, pushing the rock up the hill, so to speak. The faster it gets going, the faster it's going to get done, right? Now, you also need somebody who can get along with all the people involved, the beneficiaries. Now, look, you got to be honest about these people. Who are these people? Your kids, your siblings, charities. Either way, the executor is the person communicating with them. You want to pick somebody who can do that, who can communicate. You don't want somebody who's going to pour a little gasoline on the fire. So if your kids don't get along, should you pick one of them and not the other? Maybe it's time to pick a third party, right? Somebody else that will step in who can get this all done quickly. So this is one of the things that you should talk with your estate planner about, right? Who's the right fit for that job? Now, at our firm, we do probate, we do planning, and we do litigation. So a lot of firms don't do litigation. They're not quite attuned to the disputes and how bad they really can get. So they maybe don't emphasize this choice of who's the executor. When I talk to people, I really try to push it and say, really, is this person good for the job? And I describe it. Because I know a bad executor can lead to disputes, to litigation, to court time. It's all very expensive. And you don't want that. And you don't want the estate end with the beneficiaries all angry with each other, right? You just don't. You want this to be as easy and as boring as you can make it. That's really the goal. And then, the person, the executor, remember, you're signing them up for a job that really does go forever, potentially. If you pass and they didn't know about your CD you just got, that might show up 4 or 5 years later. So the executor is somebody who's going to continue with that responsibility. And if something comes up in the long haul, they're still going to come back and fix it. But because of that, you also want to have an end date, right? When the executor feels like they're done, they want everybody involved to sign a release, a final settlement agreement that can be filed with the county. And that means that legally, as far as the beneficiaries are concerned, they're done. If something's found in the future, that's fine. So again, you want somebody at the end feels comfortable going back to everybody, usually it's through the attorney, and saying, look, just sign here that we're done, file it so I can be done, right? No good deed goes unpunished a lot of the times when you're an executor. So you want to make sure that when you're done, it's finished. Nobody can come back years later, sour grapes, and say, I think you should have sold mom's house for another $50,000 or something. Like, we're done. It's over. So it's something also, you might have thought about this a long time ago, but it's something you need to keep thinking about over time. Because somebody who's a good fit today, 4 or 5 years might not be the best fit. In our process, we twice a year email our clients to nudge them to look at their summaries and think about this, because things just change, right? Over time, things just change, and you want the person who takes over to be the right fit at that time as you go through. So that's it. Something to think about. I might do some more yoga and relax a bit here. If you have any questions, feel free to email my office. If you're in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, if you'd like to reach out and talk to us about your situation, go ahead. We'd be happy to, of course, help you out. Please like and subscribe so that as I bring out more information, you'll find out. That always helps us. So again, Peter Klenk, Klenk Law. Take a look at the website if you'd like. Of course, we have decades of material that we put up, and we're really going to answer your questions. So it's been great. Take care, be well, like and subscribe. Bye now.